in England. So this is the first video I've done since returning home last night from New York. I had a great time in New York. I'm sure you saw by the photos and the few videos I managed to upload. An amazing city and an amazing experience, an amazing end to the 2019 show season. Okay, so show talk. I was struggling to really think about where I should start show talk, 2019 show talk. And I suppose the start of this season is the end of last season. Well, these are my thoughts. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start these videos from the end of last season, 2018's season. So at the end of last season, the British finals last season in October. And last year I walked away from the British finals without placing. And after like a month or so, it shows you like where you come. And I come second from last year in the British finals. At the time, yeah, I walked away from the show just really confused is the main thing. I walked away from that show. Confused that maybe I've got the wrong idea of what a figure girl should look like. In my head, I had this vision of what I think is a beautiful physique and what I feel suit me being a beautiful physique. And I thought my idea of a beautiful physique actually was what a figure girl should look like. And after last year, as I said, I walked away confused. Didn't really know what a figure girl should look like. So for a couple of weeks after, I had a little think about things, and I was questioning whether bodybuilding was the sport. If I wanted to be competitive in bodybuilding, I didn't know whether I would be able to be competitive in bodybuilding. But I love the sport and I love everything about the sport. I love the journey, the bulking, the leaning, the training, the nutrition, the friends I've met, the knowledge I've gained. I just liked it. And then I had to question myself, is that enough? Is that enough for me? Am I willing to enjoy it, knowing the end result was never going to end in a place? And I come to the conclusion, yes. So I walked into this season expecting nothing. All I wanted to get out of this season was to, in my eyes, be better than I was last year and still to enjoy the process. I'm going to carry on bodybuilding up until the point where I no longer enjoy it anymore, where the negatives outweigh the positives, or until enough's enough. And I thought to myself, I've had enough of that sport, let's find something else. So I was prepared to again not place. I was prepared not to be competitive because I enjoy it so much and I love it. And I love the federation I'm with as well, because another thing I thought about was, okay, so figure in the UK Drug Free Bodybuilding Association obviously isn't for me. Then I started looking at other natural federations. There are 2 other natural federations in the UK. And I looked into them and looked into their classes, but come to the conclusion that even though at the time I was questioning whether I was right for that federation, everything else was right. Dave, my boyfriend, he doesn't really enjoy going to the shows. He likes watching me on stage, but he doesn't really enjoy anything else about the shows. And with the UK Drug-Free Bodybuilding Association, the qualifier potentially could be 30 minutes up the road. The British finals are 30 minutes up the road. And as well with that federation I compete with, it's just one, you go on stage once. Once you've been on stage once, you get judged, and then you find out your placing, and then you're free to go. Where the other federations that I looked at, you go on once, then there's a big gap, then you go on again. So that means the day is longer than with the UK Drug-Free Bodybuilding Association. So for Dave, that was perfect because we're not there all day. We leave an hour before I have to check in. I go on stage and I'm usually in the first half. Off stage, then we can go. So that suits Dave, and because that suits Dave, that makes me feel a lot better about dragging Dave with me. But saying that, I always do say to him, he doesn't have to come. I don't expect him to come because he doesn't enjoy it. But I know deep down in my heart, Dave would never not come. So I always know he will be there to support me. So I'm just trying to make the day enjoyable, not only for me, but as enjoyable as I can for Dave as well. So the UK Drug-Free Bodybuilding Association suited Dave best. And also another thing that I thought was better about that federation for me was that Max O'Connor, the guy that helps me, he's sponsored by USN, and USN sponsor the federation that I compete with. So Max is always at my shows, and he's not at the show just to support me, he's there to work as well. And so I think it's really hard for a coach to see what you look like from stage photos or from videos or any photos or videos. I think it doesn't show a true representation of what you look like, and I think that it helps Max a lot more to actually see me under stage light to make considerations of what we need to do moving forward. And I like it there. I like it that he's there because he comes and helps me pump up, and I don't know, it just makes me feel a lot happier, a lot more, yeah. And so I didn't want that to stop either. And also, I love the UK Drug-Free Bodybuilding Association. I always have. I love the friendliness of the girls and the competitors backstage. I love the staff are always so supportive. It's such a well-run show. It starts when it says it's going to start. And it's just a really nice environment. And what I love about it as well is that right from the start, I could see Lee and Amy were really passionate about the sport. They're not there to make money. It's not their job. They've got jobs. They're there, they're doing it because they're passionate about the sport and they're passionate about natural bodybuilding, and they want the UK to be really competitive in the world finals, and that comes across all of the time, every time I meet them and every time I'm at a show. And I like that. I like passionate people. I like people that want to support other people. Yeah, and so I didn't want to not compete with that federation. So I'm going to cough. Yes, so my decision was I'm going to compete with the UK Drug-Free Bodybuilding Association. I'm competing because I enjoy it. I'm not competing for a place. The one thing I wanted to do, other than, in my opinion, look better and to enjoy the process, the one thing I wanted was to qualify for the British finals. And really that was my only expectations out of this whole season. And if I qualified for the British finals, that was enough for me. And so that's the mindset I went into this season with. So, can't remember what month it was. September. I think it was September, the 3rd of September. This rings a bell. I went to Manchester and I think we were third on. Yeah, second or third class. So that made me happy. First two classes, there weren't many people. We decided to go to Manchester because of one thing that I'm going to briefly touch on now, but I am going to talk more about it in further videos, and that is my period. Okay, so my period doesn't stop throughout the whole process, and it really affects. The leaner I get, the more noticeable the signs are that I'm on my period, and that's very detrimental to being on stage. So I had to figure things out. If I'd gone to Coventry to qualify, rugby. If I'd gone to rugby 2 weeks later to qualify, I would have had my period. So it was better to go to Manchester. So I did take Dave to Manchester, but I tried to treat it as a little holiday. Yes, so, sorry, sidetracked. That's why we went to Manchester. Yes, where was I? I'm just going to cough and think about it. Yes, Manchester qualifies third on, I reckon. A nice group of girls backstage. I love backstage. That is one of the things I like. I sit backstage and get chatting to people. I've met lots of really good people through this sport, and it's backstage where I've done that. So I've caught up with people that I already knew. I made friends with people that I didn't, and just the atmosphere is really good back there. Yeah, so I'd done the backstage business. And then I went on and I come second in that qualifier. And I got my invite to the British finals. So, goal tick. I got that goal. So, moving forward in my head, everything is a bonus. Right, bonus, done it. So it was the British finals, which was 6 weeks later. I've spoken in previous videos what happened in them 6 weeks. So if you haven't watched it, go back and look. But basically, I hit a deer in my car. I couldn't drive my car, so I had to walk to work. So energy expenditure went up, and I got leaner and leaner and leaner and leaner and leaner without even trying. It was just a byproduct of hitting the deer. Yes, so then I go to the British finals. Yay, good day. And very unexpectedly, very shocked, I won that too. I was speechless. I was shocked. I wasn't expecting it. Yeah. And I will post the video. I keep saying I'm going to post the video of the moment they announced that I won. And you can see from my face, oh my goodness. Yes, not expecting it. When they done 5th, fourth and went on to third, second, first. My name wasn't getting called. So by the time they got to like first place, there was still, I think, 3 or 4 of us back in the back row thing, and I was like, oh, okay, that's all right. I haven't placed this year either. And then they called my name. I was like, oh my goodness, I've won. Yeah. So then that happened. Then I got whisked. Then I went off stage and had to go back about 3 classes after to compete in the overall. I hadn't seen any of the open class competitors, so I didn't know who they were. Hadn't really chatted to them, so I go on stage with Grace. Yes, Grace. She come to New York with us as well, and we had to be compared. We done our posing, we done our quarter turns. Then we both went behind the stage. Then they announced the winner, and it was me again. I was like, oh my goodness. So I think I was a bit overwhelmed again then. And I'm like, oh geez. And it happened all so quick. They gave me the trophy. I didn't get time to chat to Grace because she had gone. And then as soon as I stepped off stage, they just grabbed me and whisked me off to do a drug test. So I didn't get to talk to anybody. Yeah. Oh, and I sat there. Oh dear. I'd only just gone to the toilet before I stepped on stage. So I didn't really need to go. And those of you that know me, you know I'm always needing to go to the toilet. But when I did need to go, like for a reason, I sat in that room for what seemed like hours, drinking water, drinking tea, and I'm thinking, I'm going to be here all day at this rate. But it's okay. I think I was there for about an hour altogether. Then I actually managed to go to the toilet, done the drugs test, and then that was the end of it. My mum, yeah, I've definitely got to post this video. You should hear her in the background when I post it. She calls me Joddy. So I'm on stage, feeling very overwhelmed that I've won. And then all I can hear is my mum, Joddy, you done it, Joddy. Oh, and then I started crying even more than I was already. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was just like, oh, geez, overwhelming. Not what I was expecting. Yeah. And I think because I wasn't expecting it, that's why it was so overwhelming, because I hadn't prepared myself to be placed. So, yeah, overwhelming. Yeah, so then I was on stage and I won the overall. I couldn't really hear, apart from my mum shouting out Joddy, I couldn't really hear what Lee was saying on the microphone all that well. I think I'm a bit deaf anyway, so, and because I was a bit overwhelmed as well. But then all I heard him saying was that I've got to carry on training for another 4 weeks because I'm off to America. And I'm like, what? Like I heard New York, but I didn't hear the rest of it. It was just all a big blur. But anyway, I qualified because I won the overall. That gave me automatic qualification or an automatic invite to go to America. And I'm just going to talk a bit about what the Federation does with the profit that they make from the shows. So everybody's money that they pay to enter, their membership fees, the profit they make from the sale of tickets that friends and family come and watch, gets pumped back into the athletes, gets pumped back into the Federation. And so what they do is they actually sponsor the UK team to go over to the Worlds. And what that basically means is that our flights are all paid for us. The transfer from the airport to the hotel and back again is all organised. The hotel itself, the entry fees, the fees that they do for the drug testing are all taken care of, which is just amazing. Like, just, I don't know, yeah, just so nice for that to be like that. And also what they do, which was a bit off-putting to begin with, they organise everything as well. Like, you know, those of you that know me, I'm the chief organiser. I love a bit of organising. It makes me feel better in my mind knowing exactly what's going on. But all of that was taken out of my hands. And for the first couple of days, I didn't like it. I'm like, I don't even know, like, I don't know anything. I know when the finals are and I know where they are because I'd looked at it online. But apart from that, nothing. I knew nothing. Didn't know where we were staying. I didn't know when we were flying and like how far we are from the venue or anything like that. Yeah, the first couple of days I didn't like it. But then I'm like, you know what? This doesn't happen often. I don't get to do these amazing things and actually not have to organise anything. So after a couple of days, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to worry about this. Like, Lee's done it 100 times before. Like, he knows much better than what I do. So I'm just going to just do what he tells me. Turn up at the time that he tells me with the things that he tells me I need. And then that's it. So then that's what I did. I just turned up at the airport when I was meant to. They told me what I needed to do for my visa. Told me what I needed to bring, extra sheets and towels so the tang don't go everywhere. And I just run with it. Whatever he suggested I should do, I did. Yes. And we got there. It was all well organised and if nothing went wrong, it all ran smoothly. So, yeah, thanks for that. Anyway, I'm calling it an end now. That's enough talking for now. Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. I'm going to do part 2 of Stage Cork. Yes, so I'm going. See ya later. Alligator. Yay, in a wild crocodile. See you later. Bye.